Hi, I'm Alicia Bake, and I am a professional voice actor, and I just wanted to address some questions that people ask me. And one of them was, when you began with VO, did you just jump right in? Did you have a mentor? Did you practice? What did you do? So I went about it the hard way. So I began, like I've said before, with audiobooks. I spent months learning editing and about equipment and learning how to produce audio. And then I decided I was done with audiobooks. And so I sat down one day and Googled how to make money with VoiceOver. No, I think I Googled how to use my microphone to make money. I think that's what I initially Googled, and the term voiceover popped up. I'd never heard it before. And it's a pretty uncommon term for something that is a huge part of our lives. We don't even realize how often we hear these. And so the very first website that popped up was something, I won't even name the website. I will just say they are a disreputable website. But I didn't know that. I had no idea that they were underhanded and that they were dropping the rates in the industry significantly. I will say that it was not Fiverr. I have never done Fiverr. But I went on and I set up a profile that day. I wanted to make some money, and they paid you to audition. That's kind of a big giveaway. But so I started making voiceovers for this company, and they wanted you to churn out the stuff really, really, really fast. So I would get a job, it would come in my inbox, and I would have like 5 hours to get it done, which sounds like a lot of time, but when you're new and you're editing audio, you really stress. And so it was a really high stress situation, but I was good at it and I was making money, and I had no idea coaching was even a thing. I'd never heard of it. I just thought I could just read scripts and make money, and I did. I made good money. At one point before I quit, I was probably making $2,000 a month with that website. Um, and it became something that I realized I had to get off of. It was a hamster wheel. I was making money, but I was working constantly, and I was often up until 1 o'clock in the morning, and I would get up really, really early with my kids. And I was exhausted, and I was making money, but I was doing a ton to get there. And honestly, now when I go back and listen to the quality of the audio that I was delivering was terrible. And I had no idea. I didn't know. I mean, the audio quality was good, but my performance was a bit of a struggle. So I decided that I wanted to make a professional demo. And I joined some Facebook groups, and I had heard some negative things about the website I was working for. So I decided to leave that website behind. And that was really hard. It was a big gamble for me. But I like to consider that kind of my paid internship. I learned so much, and I would go back and re-listen to my audio, and I grew. And if you listen to some of the audio that I made right at the beginning, and then you listen to some of the audio that I made towards the end of the about a year that I spent working with this website, it was a huge increase in quality. And so when I decided to make a professional demo, I realized I needed some coaching. And I learned in my first coaching session, she taught me all the things that I had just spent a year learning. And that's really sad that I spent a year spinning my wheels when I could have been doing so much better. I could have been growing so much faster if I hadn't spent that time on this website. But I didn't know. So I'm telling you, um, don't waste your time on low paying rates and low paying websites. Get a coach first. Spend a little bit of money on a coach. There's some really, really great coaches out there. I like to recommend Mark Preston is a good place to start. Preston's VoiceOver Cabana is a web series of videos that he's put together that have some fabulous resources. Terry Daniels runs Universal Voice Coaching or Universal Voice Academy, something like that. He has a bunch of great coaches that he works with. Jen Henry is a great voiceover coach. Sorry, Jen, that I totally forgot your last name for a second. Trish Baisani. I don't think I said her last name right. But anyway, the point is there's some really great coaches out there. And if you spend some time working with a coach, you can vastly improve your skills really, really a lot faster than if you spin your wheels trying to make money without having the basis for it. And one of the things I like to say is you wouldn't do any other career without learning it first, right? If you wanted to be a nurse, you wouldn't just go to a hospital and be like, all right, Hand me a stethoscope. Let's go. You would go to nursing school first. So it's important to get some coaching and training and learn what is good in the industry right now, what sells, what doesn't. Because let me tell you what does not sell. Hello, I am a voiceover. That sound we think is what a voiceover sounds like does not sell. People don't want to be sold to anymore. They want to be talked to. They want you to be authentic. And you'd think it'd be pretty easy to pick up a script and read it authentically. It is not. It is not. So I do recommend coaching. I do recommend a mentor. Um, their Gravy for the Brain is amazing. Gravy for the Brain is a resource where you can get access to a mentor. You can get feedback through forums that they have online. It's like 40 something dollars. It's £30 £30 in British terms. And I don't know what the US amount is. I think it ended up coming out to more like 39 or something. But they're great. And you have hundreds of videos that you have access to. That is really your best resource to inexpensively get a lot of content and consume quite a bit of content. And I think I mentioned some good coaches, but yeah, coaching. Let me just explain that I was making like $2,000 a month, which was good for a voice actor. It's good. The bulk of voice actors, excuse me, like I think they said 80% of voice actors make less than $8,000 a year. So most of us are just doing it in our part time. But I had months last year after spending a year coaching and learning and working as well, where I made well over $10,000 in a month. So I was off that hamster wheel and I had a lot more free time to spend with my family and invest into relearning my career in marketing and all of the things that come with it. So, yes, get a coach. Start there. It's the best place. Or group coaching is a really great way to learn inexpensively and gain a ton of knowledge. So, there you go.